Alright, so here we are on lesson 15, reading expressions in which letters stand for numbers. So if you look here at the top of the first page of your notes on page 24, you have a blank graphic organizer, but on my screen here I have words filled in. So the first thing I want you to do is pause the video and write all of these words down under addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, exponents, and then I'm going to add in here for parentheses. We remember the words for parentheses that we used were sum, difference, and quantity of. Alright, so go ahead, pause the video, write all these down, and then come back and we will go on with our notes. Alright, so now that you've written these down, there's a few that I want you to put some stars by though, because we're going to write some special notes. So I want you to put stars next to more than, as well as less than, because remember those two mean that we need to switch the order. And we talked about that in previous videos. Alright, so now that we have all these down, we can use them to fill in our notes here. And we're going to write an expression using words. So first we see on the paper a minus b. So we could just write simply a minus b. Or another way that I want you to have written down is we could say the difference of a and b. So you can see here that there's more than one way to write these. But for b, we have simply just x times y, or you could say the product of x and y. Alright, if you flip over to the next page, mine are all on the same page here, but that's okay, it's the same thing. We have 4f plus u. So we would say 4 times f plus u. Right? If we look at part D here, we have d minus b cubed. So a good thing to start with is always just writing it out loud, or saying it out loud and then writing it down. So we have d minus b cubed. Alright, here in part E, we've got a little bit more going on. So we have 5 times, then we have u minus 10 in parentheses, plus h. So we start off from left to right. We have 5 times, and now because we have those parentheses, we need to say the quantity of u minus 10, and then plus h. Right, so don't forget that we need that quantity of because of those parentheses. And then if we look at part F here, we have 3 over d plus f, so we would say 3 divided by the quantity of d plus f. Alright? So, if you look down at the next section here, there's 4 examples where it says circle all the vocabulary words that could be used to describe the given expression. So I want you to pause right now, try these 4 on your own, and then unpause the video and we will go over the answers. So number 9 here, we have 6h minus 10. So we know we have a minus, so we could use subtraction, but we also need to multiply with that 6h, so we can also circle multiplication. 10, we have 5d divided by 6, so again we said divided, so that's going to be the quotient down here that represents the divided. Then we also need to multiply the 5 and the d, and that would be a product. For 11, we have 5 times the quantity 2 plus d minus 8. So we are going to have to add. We do also have some subtraction here. And then we also do have to multiply that 5 times the quantity of 2 plus d. And then for 12, we have A, B, C. And we know when there's no symbols in between letters, that means we are multiplying, so it would be times. Alright, let's go ahead and flip over to the next page, and we just have a few more examples here to practice with. So for number 13, we have 8 minus 2g, so we would say 8 minus, and let's say the product of 2 and g. So again, another way to write multiplication. Here we have 15 times the quantity a plus c, so we could say 15 times the quantity of a plus c. For 15 here, we have the quantity m plus n divided by 5. Alright, and you can write in parentheses there to help you. So we could say, though, the quotient of, which represents our division, the quantity m plus n and 5. So remember, when we say quotient, we don't need to say divided by. You either pick one or the other. Alright, 16, we have b cubed minus 18, so we can just say b cubed minus 18. For 17, we have f minus d over 2, so we could say f minus the quotient of d and 2. And then for our last one, we have u over x, so we could say u divided by x. Or we could say the quotient of u and x. Alright, so again, there's a lot of different ways to write each of these, as long as they're using those key terms. And always when you write your sentence, make sure you go back and reread it and it makes sense with what they have on the paper. Alright, so if you have any questions, bring those to class, but then we will go over some more examples in class tomorrow.